So what if I told you that losing weight is actually pretty simple? So you probably won't believe me because you probably tried to lose some weight and keep it off and failed because it was too hard, or you didn't try because you already figured it'd be too hard. Well, either way, I can guarantee you that there's 3 things if you learn today and implement them, your weight loss journey will be simple and guaranteed pretty much. But first, I want to make a distinction between simple and easy. For one thing, by saying simple, I just mean that it's straightforward. There's only some concepts that if you get the concepts, you won't really be confused as to what's going on. But easy means low in difficulty. I'm not necessarily saying it'll be low in difficulty. I'm just saying when you get it, and you'll know what to do, and it'll be guaranteed. That's why it's guaranteed. But it's not necessarily going to be low in difficulty. But if you wait after I tell you these 3 things, then I can give you some tips that might actually make it low in difficulty for you, so you can actually achieve it. So the first thing that I think you should know is what calories are. Calories are just stores of energy. It's pretty obvious, but your body needs energy. It needs energy to move, it needs energy to just survive, just go through all the processes that you're not even thinking about. Your heart needs energy to beat, your muscles need energy to contract, even the contractions you're not thinking about. Your lungs and everything just needs energy, your brain does. So, your body gets that energy from food, and that food is converted and broken down into energy. And some of the energy is used, and some of the energy can't be used because it's too much, and that energy gets stored in fat. And that is a very simplified version of how things work. Your body needs energy, you eat some of the energy. If you eat too much energy, your body can't use it all, so it stores it up as fat. And when your body stores the energy up as fat, you gain weight. That's pretty much it. And that's the second thing too. So 1 is calories are stores of energy. 2 is that you gain weight when you have too many calories or energy, too much energy than your body's actually using. And the third very simple thing is that for you to lose weight, your body needs to be using more energy than you're eating in food. Sounds simple, right? Like it's really simple. That's it. For weight loss to happen, there's only one way, and that's energy going out is more than energy going in. And when you're burning more energy or calories or kilojoules than you're taking in from food, then your body will go to your fat, which is like an energy reserve, and it'll take from the fat, break it down into energy, and you lose weight because you're burning fat to get the energy that your body needs. That's it. Simple, right? So you got it. That's it. The one and only way anybody ever loses weight, no matter how big they are, how small they are. If you have more calories in than out, you gain weight. If you've got more calories out than in, you lose weight. That's it. Now the first question is, well, how do I know how many calories I'm taking in and how many calories I'm burning? So for learning how many calories you're taking in, you need to kind of weigh your food. So you need to get a food scale. And with that food scale, you can go to all your food, and there's going to be a nutrition information section which tells you how many calories are in how much of the food, and that's why you need to weigh it. So for example, this says that 32 grams of this peanut butter has 180 calories. And you'll know if you had 32 grams that you just took 180 calories. Another common piece of the weight loss pie is exercise. So you might be wondering, I haven't mentioned exercise in all this time. How does exercise fit into this? So, like I said before, to lose weight, your calorie going out needs to be higher than your calorie coming in. So one way to increase the calories going out is by exercise. Because when you exercise, when you're active, your body uses more energy. So that does increase things. But I need to mention that most of the calories you burn, whether or not you exercise, will come from something called your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. It just means the energy that your body is using to sustain itself. And that has nothing to do with your exercise. And it's really the majority. For example, if you're like 100 kg or about 220 pounds-ish, then your basal metabolic rate could be around 1,750 calories. Meaning, if you don't exercise or you don't do anything, you're still burning 1,750 calories a day. So all you have to do is eat below 1,750 calories a day, and then you're losing weight. So that could be your calorie budget. So just eat below that and you're good. But the thing is, if you do exercise, you increase your calorie budget and you can eat more. Because it might be a bit hard to eat about 1,750 calories a day, and not everyone weighs 220 pounds anyway. What if you weigh 80 kilograms? Then your basal metabolic rate kind of drops, but you still need to be below that. And what if you want to lose a lot of weight fast? Then you really do need to do more exercise and burn more calories one way or another. One way you can burn calories is just by walking more. If you've got the time, or if you walk anyway, then you could realize that you're burning a good number of calories by walking. I personally do like 12,000 steps a day minimum, and that's like 2 hours worth of walking. Obviously, it doesn't mean I'm doing nothing for 2 hours, but 60 minutes of activity, 12,000 steps, around 400 calories a day, just from that alone. So if your basal metabolic rate is like 1,600 calories and you walk for 12,000 steps a day, that takes you around 2,000 calories a day. Now you could eat like 1,800 calories a day and be losing 200 calories a day. But another question is, how many calories do you need to lose X amount of weight? So 1 kilogram of weight will be lost if you lose 7,700 calories. That's pretty good. And 1 pound of weight is lost with 3,500 calories. So you can now kind of do the math for yourself, how many calories you need to lose a day to lose a certain amount of weight per week or month or year. For example, if you want to lose a pound of weight every single week, you'd need to be in a 500 calorie deficit every single day. That might be a bit too extreme for you. So you could bring that number down to 1 pound of weight lost every 2 weeks. Now you only need to be in a 250 calorie deficit every single day, which is much more doable, and that's about half a kilogram. And if you're losing about 1 pound every 2 weeks, then over a year, that's like losing 26 pounds, which is pretty good. And that's about 13 kg a year, which might not sound like too much, but to be honest, if you really think about it and you're struggling to lose weight, you need to consider the weight you're not gaining in that time, as well as the weight you're actually losing in that time, which makes it a lot better of a deal than you'd get if you just kept living the way you've been living. Now, for exercise, you might not have 2 hours a day to lose 400 calories walking all the time. Or maybe you drive way too much, and by the end of the day, you just don't have 2 hours free to start walking. One exercise I do advise a lot is jump rope. Skipping rope is actually one of the best that I know of. It's one of the best calorie efficient burners, I guess I could say, because you burn like 200 calories every 10 minutes, 20 calories a minute basically. So if you skip rope for 10 minutes a day, that's an extra 200 calories gone. And you don't have to skip 10 minutes straight. You could skip 2 minutes, then later in the day, two, just break it up to 5 sections of 2, and that's 200 calories gone for you, which is awesome. It's really not that much time for 200 calories. And if you could do 20 minutes, that's 400 calories. And you could just do as much as you want. Another thing I recommend is you using the health feature on your phone. There's probably a health app that tells you how much weight you're losing by walking around. It's very helpful to know. Another good tip I have is to use cooking spray instead of oil. Because the thing about oil is it's got mad calories. 1 tablespoon of oil is like 120 calories. And you might be thinking, oh, but olive oil is good for you, or avocado oil is great. They're all oils. Oil is basically liquid fat, and fat makes you fat, in case you didn't know that. So it'll be way better for you to like fry an egg with this. You could look at the calorie information. Per serving, it's like 18 kilojoules. Another thing I want to teach you is kilojoules and calories are very different. 1 kilojoule is like 1/4 of a calorie. So 1 calorie is like 4 kilojoules roughly. You see the right conversion here. And another big tip is healthy food is not necessarily low in calories. What does that mean? It means if you have a healthy food option, it doesn't mean it'll help you lose weight. A good example is peanut butter and just nuts in general, like peanuts, almonds, cashews. They're healthy, they've got healthy properties, but they will not help you lose weight. Nuts are high in calories, are so are their butters. Another great example that people use all the time is avocados. Avocados are one of the healthiest fruits out there, but they are so high in calories, they're not a good idea to include regularly. Another big tip I have for you is really weigh everything. I said weigh everything before, but people hear weigh everything and they weigh most things, half the things. They don't weigh everything. You need to weigh even the condiments you have, even the tomato sauce you have. Sometimes tomato sauce could kill you. I mean, I don't mean it'll kill you. I just mean it'll damage your journey. It'll be a detriment to you. Though not every tomato sauce is bad. Like this one has like 325 kilojoules per 100 milliliters, no grams, so be careful. So that's pretty good. Another big tip for you will be to meal prep. You need to meal prep. Meal prepping is just making your food ahead of time so that later on you don't have to worry about what to eat when. You need to know what you're going to be eating and prepare that before it's time to eat. One big mistake you'll make if you're trying to lose weight is making food when you're hungry or going out to get food when you're hungry. Because when you're hungry, your body wants to eat what it knows. And what it knows is not low in calories, most likely if you're watching this video. No offense. But yeah, you need to meal prep so that when lunch comes around, you just get your lunchbox full of your lunch and you eat that low calorie lunch and you're good. When breakfast comes, you already know what to make for breakfast and you make it and you're good. Dinner comes, you get the meal prep dinner, you eat it and you're good. Never make decisions or even go grocery shopping when you're hungry because you just waste a ton of money and get unhealthy, high calorie options. Another piece of advice I want to give you is watch what you drink too. And by that I mean drink plenty of water. Water might keep you fuller, so make you eat less, have less of an appetite. And as well, sodas could really damage you. Or not even just soda, even fruit juice. People think fruit juice is so like awesome, but sometimes it's just unhealthy and high in calories. A can of soda could run you 300 calories that you just didn't need, that doesn't make you full. It just ruins your progress. But Coke Zero and Pepsi Max are really awesome. Coke Zero is it's so good. It tastes like Coke. I taste the difference, but I love the difference. Coke Zero is awesome and it has like 0 calories almost. Coke Zero has so few calories, it doesn't matter. Coke Zero has so few calories, it's negligible. You could drink Coke Zero and I'm telling you to count calories, but like you don't have to count the Coke Zero calories because there's so few. If you went to the supermarket and bought a bottle of Coke Zero, you've burnt more calories buying that bottle of Coke Zero than you'll get from drinking that bottle of Coke Zero because it has that few calories. It's got like 1.6 calories per 500 ml bottle. So just get Coke Zero. Drink Coke Zero all the time. If you like soda, replace it. Soda is still not good for you or your teeth, and that won't change with Coke Zero. But in terms of calories and weight loss, Coke Zero is brilliant. And my final piece of advice is to just set realistic goals for yourself. You need to remember that you've been struggling to lose weight. You've been having a hard time. You've been failing. You've been gaining weight. So with that in mind, just go easy on yourself. Set a goal that's within reach, manageable. Don't try to go for a 500 calorie a day deficit if it's too hard for you. And another piece of advice I have, try to be full all the time. Try to eat enough, just not too many calories. There's a ton of low calorie foods that you can eat that will keep you fuller longer, and a lot of proteins will do that. So one thing I do recommend is chicken breast. You could also fry eggs with cooking spray. Don't forget it's cooking spray, not cooking oil, not sunflower oil or olive oil or avocado oil or any kind of oil. Cooking spray. Stuff like that will really help you stay fuller longer. And maybe I'll make another video about some foods, some meals you could eat that are low in calories, help you lose the weight and keep it all for good. And yeah, that's that. But keep reasonable goals, reasonable expectations. Don't try to be too fast. Remember, your gains in weight loss are twofold. There's the weight you're losing and the weight that you are not gaining by being disciplined and sticking to your plan. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you lose a ton of weight with these 3 easy steps that you gained from subscribing to me and watching this video and liking it. So see ya. Have a great day. Have a great weight loss year. And that's me.